It's the first of the type of partnership, this type of partnership, which is to the scale that it is. We have never gone into another carrier's territory, so to speak, and effectively worked with them to handle a large proportion of their international operation, as we have done with Qantas. It was a very, very neat fit. It's game-changing, one, because of that. Two, here we have an existing alliance player, in this case Qantas with oneworld, joining with a non-alliance affiliated airline, of course Emirates, and that's the way we always have been, to produce something which is probably in many respects more meaningful and likely to produce better results for perhaps Qantas' bottom line than perhaps the alliance partnership would be.
I think it's fair to say that Emirates is kind of anti-alliance, but you have this partnership. Is this a model for partnerships? It almost seems obvious to look at Far East Asia to feed through Dubai and head west.
Will this be a template for the future? My own view is yes, it probably will.
But for Emirates?
For Emirates, if we see an opportunity and we believe there is, these have got to be judged by both carriers as being mutually advantageous. So if there is anything like this we look at in the future, it will be on those grounds.
Qantas has suggested this is going to add almost $100 million to their bottom line per annum, and their European bookings have gone up sixfold. What sort of calculations have you made for helping Emirates' bottom line? You made over $500 million in your first 6 months.
We would not have entered into it, as I said earlier, had we not done the maths to suggest that we were going to improve what we do, and importantly, in our measurement of what we thought Qantas would be able to gain from this. Remember, we are not, up until we got full approval from the competition authorities, particularly in Australia, we weren't even allowed to talk pricing or maths or any kind of that, but our assessment, we thought that it would add value to what they were doing. Now, if they're saying it's 100 million, okay, fine. That's up to them to say that, and I respect what they're saying. I'd like to think we could do a bit more than that eventually.
Over your shoulder, we have Dubai International. It had over 56 million passengers in 2012. Heathrow at 70, which puts it number one in terms of international traffic. Realistically, with this sort of partnership, could you top out and surpass Heathrow in the next 2 to 3 years?
We've just gone past Paris, and that's a reality that we will eventually get to and beyond Heathrow. It's not a design, it is what we are doing. Would Dubai become a major international hub that is the gateway to the east from the west? I think that's already happening, measurably so. So the European markets, the African markets, the Middle East and North African markets are now looking at Dubai as one of the primary focal points, fulcrums for travel between the east and the west and the north and the south. It's something that we've been saying we would do as an airline, and more recently Dubai realised how potent that was as a sort of push, impetus for Dubai as a major aviation hub, not just regionally, but globally. So you see that now.
You took your 200th plane in the last week, and almost 200 on the back order. Many thought that was too ambitious and didn't know where Emirates was going.
We have said we will be at 250 aircraft, we'll be at 260 aircraft. They will all be wide bodies, and we have been fairly upfront with the aspirations of where we see the airline going. And it's no secret. I think it worries a few people, continues to worry, the very people who challenge us on our ability to grow the airline into the markets that we said we would grow them with the aircraft that we have. But there we are, that's reality now.